What's up, YouTube? Irish USMC Vet. Poison Sting over here. Poison Sting over here. And he's not talking today because
I'm here.
He's mute. So this is not the morning muster. It's more like the
evening.
After. It's evening here now. But because we were offline or not live for fucking 12 hours talking about what's going on, so.
Yeah, we already had our chat. Thank you for coming. See you next time.
Yep, everybody have a great day. Bitches, moans, complaints, thumbs up, thumbs down. Leave your comments in the section below. We're out of here.
Yeah. What are you going to talk about, man? All the fucking protesters out there shooting shit?
Nah, fuck all that. Let them shoot it up. Just don't come to my hood. You'll be fine. I was watching some fucking fantabulous, listening to some fantabulous. Go ahead.
No, it was the wife. What?
I sent you guys some news stories earlier.
Yeah, Real Girl sent us some news stories earlier. She's upset that we haven't looked at them. I looked at a few.
Oh, I did. I just talked about the St. Louis one.
Yeah, he just talked about the St. Louis one, not on live.
Oh, no, we weren't live.
You don't even know if you talked about it live or not.
No, I know we didn't talk about it live because we just went live.
Yeah.
Like just now.
We were talking about it because they said the white couple pointed guns at white protesters, and they specifically said white, and then three white protesters came into their yard and threatened them. So they pointed their black guns at the white protesters. Was Mamacita had a chrome pistola, and Daddy Mac, who is also an attorney, pointed his AK-47 belt-fed machine gun M16A4 fuck service rifle at the white protesters that were in his fucking yard fucking up his shit. Links provided below.
There you go.
Okay, hold on. I will get it. A St. Louis couple, who is also attorneys, said fuck you to the protesters that was fucking up their lawn, that they pay very good money. Oh, already posted a link. There we go. that people were fucking up their lawn in their mansion, in their Palooza-styled mansion. They pointed their guns at the scary protesters that were in there fucking up the grass. Now,
get off my lawn!
Now I know some motherfuckers get crazy when you get in their lawn. Trust me.
Yep.
A lot of people get really pissed off whenever you step in there. Good afternoon, Eastwind Farms.
Hey,
so this was scheduled for earlier, but we had some technical difficulties. And it's getting ready to rain again, so I don't know if it's the sandstorm or the beloved rain and stuff, but with the combination of both, we've had some intermittent failures here, unstable internet connection. So what's going on out in Eastwind Farms territory?
How y'all doing?
Not much really to talk about. Everything's just,
We already talked about it offline.
Activists set up a guillotine in front of Jeff Bezos' house.
Let's talk about effigies. Why are we getting all upset about burning of effigies or hanging? I mean, isn't that what we've always done? It's so funny. Like they're okay with it as long as it's Trump's effigy, right? Mm-hmm. Especially the left. Oh, Kathy Bates or no, Kathy Griffin did the whole head of Trump. Nobody on the right on the left gave a shit. Right? Now that it's like the governors and stuff, oh, that's horrible. We can't have burning of effigies of that.
People are taking this opportunity in Europe to shit in front of the Queen's house.
Nice.
Link provided below there. So, everybody's just lost their fucking minds here recently.
Yeah.
Mystery unmanned craft seen off the Florida coast, maybe a secret spy vessel. Since seems like the Russians are ramping up their rhetoric along with the Chinese and the Indian border conflict over there.
Yeah, something's coming to a head, man. The chessboard is moving. You can kind of see it's starting to get pretty bad.
Coca-Cola has ceased their advertisement on Facebook and Instagram due to the current situation. So they've paused their advertising through those companies because of they just paused them. Speculation would lead you to believe that they don't want to be involved in the fucking shit show that's going on. So that's my take on it. Make your own decision on that. Starbucks also pulling ads because of the hate speech that's going on most platforms that's being allowed.
So like on YouTube. No, so they don't want to have their stuff on our videos saying that maybe the BLM isn't doing the most productive thing, right? Well, that's considered hate speech, and they wouldn't want to have their ads on hate speech like ours.
Right.
Anybody that would disagree with the BLM and the whole movement in general would be bad.
Breaking news from, I guess, this morning. It was updated at 2:03 p.m. today. After decades in the shadows, Joseph D'Angelo confesses he is the Golden State Killer. So everybody's seeking out, recognition these days.
Pretty much. By the way, I was the extra man on the grassy knoll, just so you guys know. I'm coming out and telling you this now. I shot JFK.
Can we talk about guillotine and be? Yes, we can.
I mean, I know I'm only 45 years old, but that doesn't mean nothing.
That was your reincarnation.
Actually, I built a time machine.
Uh-oh.
So
is it 22 gigawatts of power?
No. It's squirrel.
Did you get there in 4 parsecs?
Are we talking Rick and Morty now? Because I'm lost with that. I had never watched it really.
All right, so the first reference was Back to the Future, and
yeah,
parsecs is how fast the Millennium Falcon could fly.
Okay. So,
activists set up guillotine in front of Jeff Bezos' DC home. Call for Amazon to be abolished.
Nice.
So on Sunday, they reportedly demanded that the Amazon be abolished. One of the demonstrators said on a bullhorn in front of Jeff's house, it is still exploitation, and when they become threatened and we have no voice, the knives come out. So they're threatening to bring out the knives.
Not the knives.
The guillotine was set up in front of Bezos' home, had a sign in front of it that stated, "Support our poor communities, not our wealthy men." Well, let's delve into that. Poor communities are only brought up by the people in those poor communities. So if you don't try to better you or your neighborhood, nobody's going to do it for you.
Yep.
There's a lot of people that got out of the fucking hood or the game or their shitty situation by working hard and making their way to the top. Whether it be by starting your own business, joining the military, working for somebody else, and constantly bettering yourself and moving up in positions. If you can't move up in a position where you're working at, then find another fucking position. But you have to go chase that dream before nobody's going to give it to you. I don't know any person in my personal life that had any fucking thing given to them. So, and
have you met Bobby Solar Homestead?
I know Begging Bobby.
Great guy.
I know Begging Bobby. He's a great guy, but he is, yeah. Bobby gets a lot of shit, right? So okay, we'll give you that. I don't know him personally. I only know him via the YouTube chats. Okay.
Okay.
I know Poison Stinger. We kind of talk back and forth. We have exchanged mail and voice calls and video calls and all kinds of shit like that. So that's different.
Some nudes, maybe?
No! Shit holster is not. Well, I wouldn't consider him a close acquaintance. How about that? Or a friend. He's a acquaintance. There you go. But anyways, so yeah. And he's working hard. He's working hard at getting free shit. So he is really working at it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he probably does have to put a lot of fucking work in. Maybe we should send him some knee pads so that the work's a little easier.
A little easier.
I'm just saying.
Bobby.
I'm just saying.
Especially that pleasure palace.
Yeah. No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Yeah. Yes, you did. Yes, you did. So anyway,
it is hard.
Yeah, I mean, well, it could be. It could be soft, and you're trying to get it hard. I mean,
you got to go to a different website for that.
Yeah, that's the Pleasure Palace website. So yeah, the event appears to be held by a group called Abolish the Present, Reconstruct Our Future. A flyer from the organization for the event stated, Amazon works directly with police to surveil us. They actually stopped that now. Before you even brought up this stuff, I talked about that the other day. Stoking racist fears in the name of profit, doubling down on their union busting and mistreatment of workers. Amazon fired and racially slandered labor organizer Chris Smalls. Join us to tell Jeff Bezos enough is enough. End the abuse and profiteering, abolish the police, the prisons, and Amazon. So get rid of every fucking thing. Let's just go back
let's just start over.
Farming. Let's go back to farming. Fuck it. Let's everybody just go back and start your farm.
I mean, have you seen my pickling cucumbers? My goodness.
I know, bro. I'm like telling you.
They look like those big cucumbers that are like this. Can't even see it. The ones that are like this freaking long,
Yeah. They're like an actual cucumber, not a pickling cucumber.
Yep.
Like a burpless. That's what they call them, burpless. The big.
I was surprised of the little barbs on them. I didn't know that.
Yeah,
it's been a long time since I grew cucumbers, I guess.
Stop lotioning.
Yeah.
Stop lotioning your hands. I have to just say that the mindset is perpetuated by those around you. You don't know. I mean, you have to know a difference if you're out fucking pushing shit on the street or robbing and mobbing or whatever it is. Like you have to. I mean, you're putting in work per se, but quick money is easier than making hard work money and building your way up to the top.
Right.
The risk for reward or versus reward is different in that situation, but in the long-term future, you gotta struggle and strive before you get there, and you may have to do it several times. I've lost every fucking thing I've had more than once, and so what's up, Stan? From the Canada man.
Hey Stan, how you doing, bro?
I would have known things could be different if I had. Well, I mean, would you? Because after you got out of the foster home, would you have tried to better yourself? I mean, depends on and that's a thing too, because I know people that have foster kids just for the money. So, but I also know good families that have them to teach and and treat them like their own. So that's also another shitty situation. So there are people who genuinely don't know, is all I'm saying. Well, I can believe that. I mean, I can. But with today's technology at the palm of your fucking hand, you should be able to reach out. Now, if you mean to tell me you can live stream and talk shit on Facebook about all your fucking daily events, but you can't reach out and search for a fucking better way to make money? I mean, come on.
Right.
Leaving for our capital in 6 hours, might go live.
Oh.
For the
like
protest?
The United States Capitol or the capital of your state?
Oh. Yeah, for their because they're trying to ban all weapons. I think they're still.
Oh my goodness!
You would have been a ghetto queen. Well, I don't know. I see that's another thing. I don't know what your circumstances are. So, but that's why I try to tell everybody when I talk to kids, because I'm not really a motivational speaker, but like you give them resources because, hey, go out here and look at this because you can do this. I mean, a lot of kids don't even think about the military or, even going in the business world, for example, like starting your own business. Like my son's friends, they're like, oh, well, we're just going to go to college and work for somebody. I'm like, go to the fucking carpenters union. Go to the electricians union. Go to those fucking places. They'll teach you a trade that you can learn and fucking have forever. You can start your own business with a fucking trade license like that. Right. I mean, you don't have to, there's a million ways that you can send somebody. What's the other one? There's another great organization. It's like, it's kind of like the military, but it's not. It's not the Merchant Marines.
The National Guard?
No. I said military, man. I said military.
You only have to go every 2 weeks?
There's a federal government program that allows you to go to work and learn a trade, and they feed you and board you and all that stuff.
The only one I ever knew of was Job Corps, and I don't think that's a military thing. What? That's a military thing?
It's military-esque. They give you structure. They teach you rules and shit like that. And,
I did Job Corps. Didn't do much for me, unfortunately. And you had to only be, I think, 23 or 24 was the oldest you could be in order to go into that program.
Oh, I'm saying, though, like, there's things out there that you can do if you do not think you have what it takes.
All right.
And when I say to people, you can do whatever you want to. Now that may mean that you can only do in your capability realm, but you can do whatever you want to in that realm. Not everybody's going to be a fucking astronaut. Not everybody's going to be a fucking rocket engineer. You know what I'm saying? So if you're good at something, find out what it is and go with it. Learn about it and move on. I mean, fuck, you could probably learn as much as you can in college on fucking YouTube if you apply it. If you actually go out and do it, you can learn a skill by watching somebody do it. I mean, that's what you do at college, right?
Yep.
So I'm not saying dodge college if that's what your parents want you to do.
Oh, believe me, don't go to college. I'll tell you not to go to college. It's just a way to take your money and indoctrinate you. And what do you get out of it after all that time and all that money? Not anything that's useful. College was a thing at the time, but it's no longer, I don't think.
Stan's going to the Freedom Rally July 1st in Ottawa. We'll be there and try to go. Okay, awesome. Yeah. Wow, Stan. Yeah, definitely go live if they're not blocking your signal. We have retired firemen who sued Trudeau and got railroaded by the courts, who is being escorted to the U.S. Embassy by retired RC in the military to hand in international complaint to Trump.
Sorry, just checking up on something. Yeah, I got an email here too. So, does that mean it's okay? Okay, cool. Yay, my plates are coming. Just got a confirmation. Finally.
Well, effing time.
Awesome sauce. How many things have we recently discovered in our 40s? Oh, yeah, I'm not saying you're going to learn everything, but, like, yeah, for experiences, though, if you want to do something that's not military-wise, you can do some of those things. Carpenters union, electricians union, some kind of trade. I mean, hell, you can even go get start working at a parts store so you can at least familiarize yourself with.
I know he just didn't share an Adam Kokesh video. That dude's a fucking nut.
Adam, and did he live by you guys?
Yeah. Supposedly. In fact, he cut her off on the highway once. So she's not too happy about that.
Too much physical work required with the trade. Now, that's the problem. Everybody thinks that. But you can start your own fucking business right afterwards, after you learn the trade. It's not morning, though. I know, Tactical Tone, Trident Tone, Tactical Tone 7720. Trident Tony and
It's
all
really
reporting-
not. It's really not morning where Irish is from, man. It's like what 6 and 6:30. Well, actually,
Yeah.
it's probably about the same time for Tone. Huh? No.
Well, we started out this venture this morning. I sent Poison Stinger a link at about noon ish, 11:30 ish, something like that, and then the internet kept saying unstable internet connection. So we came back and I tried it again, and it worked, but we still had some stability issues, and it's getting ready to rain again because the thunder is starting to happen again. So I figured we'd just go live for a little bit and make sure that we were here today. I'm gonna try to film some sort of video, but yeah.
Yep.
So that's why
You're gonna make it 10 minutes long, and it's gonna be educational.
Educational video.
Yep.
So look out for that.
Ooh.
Laugh out loud, just busting your balls. Yeah, busy all day. I went down today actually and got some video of the 2nd Street Bridge being shut down because my internet was crappy. So in Louisville, they shut down the free bridge that bypasses the toll bridge so that people can go to work back and forth for free instead of using the toll bridge that John Willis got a toll for in the mail not too long ago whenever he was up here from SOE Tactical Gear. So anyways, they shut it down today as part of the protest, and 33 people were arrested because they shut down the free travel of the people. Tickle me, Tony, 702.
Tickle me, Tony.
Tongue with Tony. Oh.
I like the tickle me, Tony. That's classy.
Yeah. It's 8:26 in Melbourne, Australia. Says Stan. 0826. Roger that. Roger that. Testicular Tony.
There you go.
The tactical Tone, the tyrant.
Trigger warning Tone.
Tony.
Twerking Tony.
Tongue twisting
Tell me
Tony.
what you're twerking with.
So yeah, that's what we've been talking about. Tactical Tone and
Little girls over there having a great time.
Oh, I can only imagine. Riddle Girl is on a what can you say, a smart aleck, or will she be a facetious day? Facetious day. She's facetious.
Out of the women in our lives, I think she's been beat, bro. I don't think she's as smart aleck as some other people that I may know or may not know. Oh my goodness, bro. Oh my goodness.
But she doesn't live with me, so therefore she can't be to that higher power of
Oh, nobody has that other lady beat, man. Nobody. I've never.
Oh, you have not met some of the family then. You got to meet some of the family.
I don't know if I want to, bro. That sounds like maybe not my cup. Like, can I just come visit and hide out?
Yeah. If you're not getting your balls busted, you're not getting your balls busted. All right. You haven't met the mother-in-law then.
Oh, my.
Bro. Yeah, the mother-in-law,
So
bro.
where she got it from. Yeah.
She's a wicked pisser. She's a wicked pisser. She'll call you everything but a dirty cur. She'll probably call you a dirty cur, too. But you fucking dirty little cur. Oh, I get onto them all the time. It's fucking hilarious. Like, we would have a great show. Yeah, it would be a great show.
Yeah.
Just me,
You
the
should
wife.
just have the in-laws on.
Yeah. Oh, Lord.
And then
Lord.
they can bitch at all the audience members and why
Oh, there'd be a killing. There'd be a killing. For sure.
Telling you, man.
Tony has posted up a video there for your viewing pleasures.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, it doesn't get any better than that, man. Like, I just don't even know what to say.
Yeah.
Crazy life. Crazy life.
Hey, man. Crazy life, crazy wife. That was too good.
So the brother-in-law is probably out there watching. So, hello, brother-in-law from Chicago. You can comment whenever you want to.
Yeah.
Hector Mendoza Riviera. I know you're watching, so say hi. whatever alias you're using today. So yeah, let's go back and see what else is going on. The Marines have gotten a new shotgun taser that can electrocute enemies from 330 feet away. How awesome is that? I need to get me one of those.
We should definitely talk about the meteorite shit. The
There's a
tungsten
meteor. Oh yeah, that was on a different. That was on the active page. Hold on,
well, I'm just saying that's some shit right there.
let me open that up in a new link here. So, along with this article that I just posted up about the Marines getting a new 300 feet away shock weapon that can zap enemies and disable them. They actually had to turn it down because it was really, really fucking deadly. So, as I'm over here, I'm also looking at new terrifying weapons, space weapons that are in the work. So, if you are a Gears of War fan, you'll know what the what's it called? The
Oh, not Hell's Gate. It was
rods. Damn, I just said it earlier. Fuck.
I know. I said it earlier too. I always forget that one. Come on, guys.
Hand of God or
no.
Anyways. So in Gears of War, they have what's called the Hand of God or something like that.
Hammer of Dawn.
Hammer of Dawn. Hammer of Dawn. Well, the United States has developed such a tool. It's a strange but utterly terrifying weapon that has been dubbed rods from the god and is based on a concept of creating a man-made meteorite that can be guided towards an enemy. Instead of using rock rods the size of telephone poles, they're using rods made of tungsten, a rare metal that can stand the intense heat generated by the Earth's atmosphere on re-entry. Once the satellite fires the rods toward the Earth's atmosphere, while the other one satellite fires, the other one steers the rod into the Earth's atmosphere and to the target on the ground, reaching speeds of 7,000 miles per hour. They hit the ground with the force of a small nuclear weapon, but creating no nuclear fallout. As bizarre as I feel like a damn commercial. As bizarre as it sounds, a U.S. congressional report recently revealed military had been pushing ahead with the kinetic space energy weapons. There's also a molten metal cannon, an intriguing new idea developed by DARPA. You can figure out the acronym. It's called the Magneto Hydrodynamic Explosive Munition, or MAYHEM. Love that acronym. This game-changing railgun can fire a jet of molten metal hurled through space at several hundred miles an hour per second by the most powerful electromagnets ever built. The molten metal can then morph into an aerodynamic slug during flight and pierce through another spacecraft or satellite, and the munition explodes inside. So now for the Space Force ships, already the United States is powering ahead with its spacecraft, although China is busy developing one of its own. The top secret American XS-1, under development by DARPA, can travel 10 times the speed of sound and launch missiles. Meanwhile, an unmanned craft is currently being developed in China Aerodynamics Research and Development Center in Maiyang, Sichuan province, which is also known as Base 29. So there you go. There's your conspiracy theories for the day, or they may not be. I don't know, but there's definitely something you can look into whenever you have some time to search the intranets, the webs. And that was the link that I provided up there. So.
Nice. Rod of God sounds like a porn title. Sorry, I'm a little ahead on the chat.
I'm just trying to grab the link again so that I can repost it up for anybody that just came in or watched it later. So it's posted up a few times there.
Right on.
Irish, when you get a chance, you might check out Veterans Healing Farm, an awesome not-for-profit, and John and Nicole. Huh. Oh, so they have something kind of like what I want to do. Okay, I will check that out.
Somebody already did it, man. Can't do that now.
I got to come up with a new. Well, we're gonna do blacksmithing and stuff. I don't know what all they do with that. So,
telling you, man, don't even sweat that shit. Just do whatever you want to do. make a channel on what you want to do with your hobby or your free time, or even what you enjoy doing, bro. And you do that, you're doing pretty good on YouTube, in my opinion.
Oh, my wife would not actively engage in the chat. She would, intercede in the video. So.
Oh yeah, she'd come in here and start bitch talking on you, man.
Yo,
Giving you shit the whole
most
way.
people would cry, bro. You got beat up emotionally by a woman. Hammer of Thor. Yeah, the Hammer of Dawn was in. But it's the equivalent, essentially. But the Hammer of Dawn
basically a light coming down from the heavens and just destroying everything in its path. Yeah.
Rod of God. Yep, you're already down there too far. China. I guess the Chinese EMP threat just flew. No, it's still there. I mean, shit. There's backyard homesteads. Like, there's people that do regular videos, farming videos, are talking about it. So it's not in the back of anybody's mind. I mean, shit. We can't even get solid internet connection here in the real world, you know. So I can only imagine. But see, I guess that could be a good video I could do. How about what's your library look like? Because once the internet goes down, and if it goes down with the EMP, whether it be a coronal mass ejection or a electromagnetic pulse from the Chinese or Russia or whoever may want to give it to us, you need to have books. Brilliant Pebbles, 40-year-old young. They stole your idea. No, there's only one prick that stole my idea. We know who those are, but that was back in the day. I have the decency to troll and run people off after I tweet. I'll bet you went live. My wife doesn't tweet. She's not a tweeter, so.
No. Is she a twit?
No. She's very educated. Very, very smart. And smart ass too. I think that's the
Yeah. Give her that title.
She would gladly accept that. You want to see chaos? Day one with no internet. Yeah, well, how about day one without your federal what the hell's those things called? EBT, electronic.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you seen what happened when that went down on accident, right?
Mm-hmm.
Chaos ensued. Herpes keeps coming back too and doesn't make it right.
Ain't that the truth?
The more the better, my brothers. Ain't no shortage of injured vets anytime soon. Yeah, I follow a lot of them. I'm part of the Veterans Farmers Coalition, and they highlight farmers. There's one farmer that I believe they were Navy, and they lost a leg. So that farmer not only worked his ass off, but they also made a planting device to where he could lay down instead of having to try to walk around on his prosthetics. He could lay down and actually plant through the rows while laying down. He developed that, and it was fairly simple. And I don't have the Veterans Farmers Coalition thing up here. I'll start posting that in the comment section below if anybody wants to support that, or if you're a veteran and you want to get involved. That's the place that I will be going through to select the veterans because they process the background checks to verify that you're a veteran. Not only that, but they also verify other people. So like I want to clarify that. Like I'll take other people that want to learn how to farm. But you have to go through them and do a background check and make sure that you're legit and not a serial killer, because there will be other people around you. So,
right.
But it's not a long drawn out process, but it's an extensive search and a process. You pay your fee, and I'm not sure what it is off the top of my head. They verify your information. And then they also fill out the contract between me and you so that there's no misinterpretations. I'm not using my attorney to get free labor. You could sign a 2-year, 3-year, 4-year contract to where you come to work for us in return for the teaching experience. So whether or not you want to do farming, we'll offer other things to do. Like if you want to be a mechanic, we can offer some of those skills too. If you want to learn how to work on tractors, cars, because everything involved in that with farming, you pretty much need to be a jack of all trades, master of none. So anything involved in farming, whether it be blacksmithing, welding, hell, we're even looking at 3D printing, having a 3D printer station. So it's going to basically be like a maker's lab. If you look up the make movement, MAKE, it's essentially what we're going to be, but it's going to be toward farming. So you'll be able to repair your farming equipment. You'll be able to manufacture farming equipment and tools you need, as well as farming. Because as we all know, farming is only seasonal in some places. So I need to do a full video or a video series on what's going to go down. But Stan, you're right here, not down with the fat tiers of the bell bottoms either. Left out, got you. Is the lettuce like in the hydroponic? That's a poison stinger question.
Not really. I think we over-nutriated it, the lettuce in the hydroponics. Is that the consensus, that we gave it too many nutrients? Because it kind of just grew really long and didn't congeal into an actual head of lettuce. So we're going to try it again. We're going to apparently re-research it. And maybe we tried Master Blend, which is a really good nutrient that I believe in a lot, but at the same time, it's a powder that you mix. And so even though we mixed it really well, it's still, some of it settled at the bottom. So next time, I think we're going to try it with one of those liquid nutrients and maybe a little bit less. So we're going to actually be starting it over here pretty soon, I think, right?
Yeah. I've already taken out most of the bok choy. The lettuce needs to be harvested out.
We did eat some of the bok choy. It wasn't too bad.
Tasted like bok choy.
It tasted like bok choy, just was different shaped. Even my higher wattage LEDs are only 12 inches from the top of the canopy. Yeah, I guess, I don't know how high ours are. I mean, we have 3 tiers. To be honest, I should probably have another set of lights or take those lights and bring them down and paste them like this, but I'd have to figure out a different setup for that. But yeah. Liberty Not Licensed says, my family are farmers and veterans, teachers and coal miners too, going back to 1800s that I tracked. Kentucky and Southern Illinois. Right on. Liberty Not Licensed says, I love your idea, Irish. Get some. There you go, bro. An Ungrateful Peasant. First time I remember seeing you in here, although I do think I know that light or that picture this afternoon. You know an ungrateful peasant?
Who's an ungrateful peasant?
It's a new person. Hello. Welcome.
Yeah. Or is it the old person with a new name?
Could be.
Yeah.
I'm working on it. Liberty Not Licensed. I'm trying to make money. Mm-hmm. Current operations cost money, so.
Yeah. Everything costs money.
Yeah, I think that might be somebody we know.
Mm-hmm.
Good afternoon, sir. Yep. Unless it's a spam account. Now, if Prepper God and Prepper Jesus and Prepper Satan and Prepper Noah show up, then we'll know who it is. Going back to 1855.
Prepper. Noah was a prepper.
Yeah. That's why I said that. Mary, yeah. So why are we ungrateful there, ungrateful peasant? I know the picture too. Oh. So all right, let's see what else is going on. Yeah, I'd like to. Oh, so the big topic today was somebody reported that people are using software-defined radios. So if you do not know what that is, it's a it's kind of a way around encryption, encrypted radios, but also has encryption. I really can't define it if you want to say that, but here's a link to check it out if you're interested in that. I have a setup. I just haven't had time to play with it. I was going to mess around with this winter whenever everything was harvested. So that's the link. SDR radio tells you all about the SDR radios. Essentially what I have is you plug it into your internet, and then it has a small antenna that goes outside, and it's just they make a fancier version for ham radio and stuff, but these you can easily attach to your car and other simple stuff. I'll have to dig it out and show you guys whenever. I'll try to do a walkthrough whenever I set it up for permanent use, and then that way we're all ungrateful.
Aren't we though? Sometimes. Yeah, sure.
I'm thankful every day I wake up. Haitians are landing at Palm Beach. That's interesting.
Okay.
Patriots filmed $1.1 million for filming sidelines. What? Patriots docked third-round pick, fined $1.1 million for filming Bengals sideline.
Okay.
I guess for the draft pick. The Patriots team production crew is also barred from filming games this upcoming season. The league has been investigating New England since they revealed the Patriots had a videographer film.
Patriots have been doing this for years, man. This is not the first time we've heard about this shit.
Do your job. Oh wow, they're just talking smack. But hey, I want to find somebody $1.1 million. Come on.
Yeah. You know you make too damn much money if you can get fined that, and it's like, it's whatever.
Yeah, it's just a little fine of $1.1 million.
Yeah.
Oh snap! A shopper was slammed to the ground for not wearing their mask.
Wow.
Because no excessive force in arrest of man who refused to wear a mask in New York Market, sheriff says. So, the arrest of a North Carolina. I cannot read today. The arrest of a man, North Carolina cops say refused. That just said New York. Okay, I'm retarded. They did not use excessive force, the sheriff says. Charles Riddell Moody had said that the Forsyth County deputy used that type of force when he was taken into custody. The Winston-Salem Journal quoted video on social media shows Moody standing at the Cook's flea market counter while sheriff's deputy grab him, tell him to put his hands behind his back. The deputy turns Moody, whose body hits the wall multiple times before others help to restrain him, according to the footage. One version of the video had about 18,000 views on Facebook as of Monday morning. The footage, which showed is posted below, contains explicit language. All right. Let me share that. No, I do not want to subscribe. Maybe later. Thanks. So we'll try to share this and share the audio. Yes, we would like to share audio. Why a man's getting his ass whipped for not wearing his mask.
Yep.
All right.
Land of the free, baby. Land of the free.
Can we see that?
Don't forget.
Amy, put your hand behind your back. Put your hand behind your back.
What the hell? Okay, what the fuck?
Jimmy, hurry up.
Oh,
Jimmy.
what the fuck?
Damn.
Stop now. Stop.
Hope he's coughing on him and licking him. That's what
Stop
I do.
now. Stop. Come on, man. Come on. I've been minding my business. I know you were asking. Nobody asked me to leave. You start following me.
He should have left though when he was asked to. I mean, I do.
Yep.
Put your hands behind your back. Put your phone up. Come on, man.
For what?
Put your phone up. You're not supposed to video in here.
No, I keep recording me. What do you mean? He been sitting here with
Yes, you're not supposed to video in here.
That is true. In most places it says in flea markets you can't video it. But
No, not you. I'm talking to her.
We got
I'm
it.
talking. No, I want her to have my phone.
We got it.
Come on, man.
We'll give it to him.
Hey, give her my
We're
phone, man.
videoing.
That shit don't belong to you.
All right.
That belongs to me.
I know it does.
Give it to her.
We'll give that man
Give my.
Oh shit.
well, shit. If you're asked to leave the business,
Just
you're
leave,
probably
yeah.
gonna get your ass whipped.
But as far as I mean, the cop, dude, seriously, cops, this is what the hill you want to die on. You know what? We have police
All right.
officers around here
Hold up.
that won't do that shit.
I want to say one thing here. That cop showed restraint, but he is not trained. Because if he was trained in mixed martial arts or some form of mixed martial arts like jiu-jitsu, he would have easily subdued the much smaller guy. But that was a lot of fucking fighting that could have escalated into something else. Now, there you go.
So here's my
that guy
point.
just got a felony charge because he was trespassing. He was trespassing, and he resisted officers. And now they have all the evidence they need because the lady filmed it for him. And there's all your evidence.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Doesn't. Well, yeah. You should leave. You should totally leave. But a cop going after somebody because they won't wear a mask is bullshit.
Well, we don't know. Maybe the owner, because we don't have the full fucking thing there. We don't know. But apparently the owner called and asked him to leave. Asked the cops to remove them because he wouldn't leave.
Right.
So that. The owner has all rights to that booth. That's like you coming to my house and fucking I'm telling you to leave and you don't. I mean, there you go. You play stupid games, win stupid prizes. But the training of that officer is not very well. So, like, I think that's the problem with most cases because he could have seriously hurt that kid because he was a lot bigger than him.
Right.
Now, he didn't, but you see what I'm saying? And plus, the guy was resisting. So, at that point, you become a problem, right? Because that's felony. That's felony resisting an officer. Felony trespass now because not only did the shop owner ask you to leave, but the police officer asked you to leave.
Ooh, you are roboting hard.
And all you had to do is leave, brother. All you had to do is just walk the fuck out. You didn't prove anything other than now you're going to be a fucking felon and you can't own a fucking firearm. Because that property owner or the whatever booth owner or whatever, whoever the fuck the guy is, asked you to fucking leave.
All right.
Now, so all that was lost in translation, I guess.
Kinda. You're still roboting.
Can you hear me now?
hard. Yeah. For right now.
Hello. Now more windows. Can you hear me now? One, you got felony battery on a cop.
No, I was hearing you before.
Felony trespass, felony resisting arrest. Okay, so that, like, motherfucker, if you're asked to leave, motherfucker. Because you know what's going to happen. You know as soon as the cops get involved what's going to happen. They're going to fucking arrest you because you're felony trespassing at that point.
Yep.
At that point, you become, a not maintaining you're a common nuisance. You're trespassing. I mean, how did you think that was going to fucking end?
Yep.
I mean, there's and they have all the evidence recorded right there for you because they asked you to leave. The owner asked you to leave. The police officer asked you to leave, and then when you decide you weren't going to, that's whenever it became a problem. But the officer got his ass whipped by a 120-pound dude. So there's where the training comes in. And trust me, it's no fucking joke when you're wearing all that shit to have to move around. So,
right.
But I've seen a lot of officers that their fucking precinct cares for them or whatever the fuck the sheriff's department, whatever, cares about them. So they put them through mixed martial arts training. And they're, because it's easy to subdue somebody. Now, if they're a fucking black belt in jiu-jitsu, you're probably not going to have a problem. But, at that point, it is what it is. But don't fucking, if you're asked to leave, bro, leave.
Yeah.
If you do that shit on somebody's private property, you're probably going to get it ventilated. And not in a good way. Not by one of those fancy ventilators that they're trying to pump out as fast as they can. Just saying. See the video of the protesters attacking the cop car and the cop.
I called. Sorry, go ahead.
I'll just read it. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna read down. There's down. Liberty not licensed, says Arizona now has the worst new case ratio per capita in the nation. I go out without a mask every single day. I don't wash my hands as well as they tell you to wash your hands. After the bathroom, I'll give it a quick, a couple of seconds, but I don't do the whole happy birthday shit, right? I talked to my doctor. They say, yeah, it's the worst thing here in Arizona, and it's going to have this resurgence. But then I talked to the nurses, and they're like, no, man, the hospitals are absolutely empty. So I don't buy it. Sorry, I just don't. Maybe I'm sick and I don't know it, but.
Well, not everybody gets the same, it's the same way with the flu. Not everybody gets the same symptoms. Some people can have it and it doesn't affect them in any way.
Right.
So.
Could be, I guess.
Yeah, I saw the video of cop run over the protesters once again. Well, I mean, I can certainly see the dude just. I mean, what would you do if you're surrounded by 500 people? I'm gonna run you over too. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, but the problem is normal people that aren't in a costume with a badge, they get in trouble, and they go to jail. The police officer, no, it's he's protected. So
well, that's not even a fucking thing though, because like if I'm surrounded, the first thing you're taught is to make distance between you and the threat. So if I'm in a car and 45 fucking people surround me and they start throwing bricks, like the guys in that was on Instagram the other day.
I'm just saying it's a different set of punishment depending on who you are. If you're just a random person, you're going to go to jail. You're going to be nice as a cop too. Don't get me wrong, but you're probably not going to go to jail. That sun is really.
Couple in St. Louis are right too. Even though the woman has horrid trigger and right, she blazed her husband a couple times with that. I get it, Stan. Not sure the cop was feeling. Like I said, well, look, even if I was a cop or in the military still, or just as a civilian, if I'm getting surrounded, bro, I'm either one shooting it out or I'm leaving. And because the vehicle is a lot larger thing, I mean, I'm there. I'm there. I would run you over too, man. I'm sorry if it's one against many.
Yeah.
I mean, taking
I
you
would
with
too.
car,
I'm not saying you shouldn't. I'm not saying you shouldn't.
I mean, that I can stand behind. Kneeling on a motherfucking dude's neck and killing him in the middle of the street, not so much. Not so much. So, case by case basis. Irish, are you angry?
He's heated up.
Nah, I'm not angry, man. I am taking my pre-workout because I'm getting ready to go bust some weights in the gym with the new Jim Stepani program. So I'm getting ready to go get swoller. And so yeah, I am drinking my pre-workout. It's a orange Powerade with Jim's pre-workout, 1 scoop, non-proprietary blend. So
Right on.
that is one cool thing I will say. I don't know if Jim invented it, but look, it's a funnel specifically designed to put your supplements into a water bottle.
Huh.
It's really cool. So you could use it for anything else, but you can also store your supplements in there until you go to take, say you got a pre-workout and a post-workout. You only have 1 water bottle. You can take your pre-workout, put it in there, fill your post-workout in here, or your protein shake, put it in here. You can get a couple of them, I guess, and then use that to fill your bottle back up. If you only have 1 shaker bottle, because some of those things are super expensive.
All right.
So yeah, sorry, that was my my not sponsored prepaid commercial there for the moment. Mass drops your oxygen level intake, which is why you get many headaches wearing them. Now that's just certain people. Stan, I can't say for you. And for me, if I wear the mask itself without the vent in it, yes, it does make me feel hypoxia to a certain extent. But if you get the ones, the N95s or the N100s or P100s, whatever the hell they are, they have the vent in the center that allows the air to freely come in. Then yes, those work really well. So I don't know if they're available anymore. We have a stock of them because we use them because we do metal work and painting and sandblasting and stuff. So I did check, and I should have did a video on that. Now that's a fucking a come to moment there. But I do have a pulse oximeter, and I guess I could put the mask on and try a different mask and use the pulse oximeter to see if it actually does or if it's just a mental response. But I don't know. We could check that out, I guess. That'd be a good video, wouldn't it?
Yep. Video ideas.
10-minute video. I got it 3 times a week.
Yep.
But that's what I would do. Just be. Now, if it's causing you headaches, yeah, definitely. But the mask with the valve in it, I would definitely look into. We have one of the training masks that you wear that restricts the oxygen flow, which makes you kind of hypoxic. So when you're training, you can train like you're in the upper atmosphere on a mountain and stuff. So we do have one of those. It is adjustable. So, yeah, I've worked with masks all my life. I've used forced air units like the Ryan Air unit and some of the better ones. But yeah, that's some people it affects, some people it doesn't. When you betting on gold, we'll tip 1,800. I don't know. There's some channels calling for $1,000 silver. So
$1,000.
Yeah.
$50 silver. I mean, well, I guess if you wanted to do what gold and silver ratios used to be.
Yeah, 100 to 1.
I forget. Well, no, 101. No, 100 to 1 right now is about where it's at now. It's about 100 to 1 now. Right now it's at 1772 an ounce for gold. So I don't know, man. We keep getting more shit. It's gonna suck because I'm liking to buy gold right about now, man. So see my little piece. I got a little piece today, or not today, but I got it a few days ago.
Liberty not licensed. They won't be empty for long, brother. Don't be on the wrong side of this. Yes, it sucks bad. By the way, our local hospitals filled all isolation beds this week. We're going to be in trouble soon. So that's Liberty. Yeah, he's from Florida. That's the guy. You can ask him all the questions, and he'll answer whatever he feels comfortable answering. Right. About because he and his family was the one that had the COVID. So shit, the cerveza bug.
You done fucked it up.
I done burnt my own channel. I've seen oxygen test the air inside the mask. It drops below 18. So which mask though, Stan? Because there's a million masks. Depends really on what mask you have, but the ones that I use in my knife and tool shop is this NIOSH 3M 6921, and it is a the P100. Well, damn it, I don't see it. Anyways, so this is the mask that I use. But to make the N95s with this little vent in the front, and that is actually a valve that opens up to allow the air to come in a lot easier. So that would not cause the same problem as a mask without that valve. So this also has flap valves on the inside that allow it to go out and not come back in. But that little valve right there makes breathing 100 times easier versus trying to breathe through a flat piece of cloth. So get those kind of masks, not the T-shirt mask that everybody's telling you to make if you wish to wear a mask, you know.
That's why I wear a buff, man. It's even thinner than a T-shirt.
Yeah.
But they let me in the store with it.
Yeah, it's a face covering because that's the ignorance of the situation.
It is. It's so fucking stupid, bro.
Space modulator. That'd be dope. I'd like to try that. I don't know what to believe. They tell us two different things. People are dying, but is it really the Rona or something else? And we won't ever know because they're not going to tell you the real stuff. You know, they're not going to tell you because they got to cover up for all the stuff that's really going on. Its demographics: we're top heavy with elderly. Muffin tops, I guess muffin tops kill. We're bound to have full hospitals for all geriatric ailments, right? Well, a lot of people are going in for COPD. The mother-in-law went in for COPD, and they thought she had the Rona. So, cerveza bug, they tested her for it. They claimed that she had it, and then we found out that she didn't have it. But they still kept her in there for a week, and when she was in there, there was only one other person in there for the cerveza bug, and the rest of the beds were empty. She said when the guy left, though, after his whatever week-long stint there, that they cleaned his room for about 3 hours. So, I mean, that's what I have to say from that, because that's the only thing I've had close. The whole reason that got my attention back in November is the fact that John Hopkins already had fancy websites set up and actively tracking. Yeah. They are they? Do they have the valve, Stan? That's because I have N95s without the valve, and then I have N95s with the valve, and yeah, you can definitely tell the difference because that valve is. My wife's gone right now because I have some in the car, but you know, because if you go into a hospital or a doctor's office or anything like that, I mean, people wear them. You have to wear them. So, logical side of questions really happening. If you tolerate it well, try 1 scoop each of Chemex, Pre, and Dark Energy, or Hazard Lab Split. Boom. Even works for old grandpas. Hey, Jim Stepani is like 56 years old, and he looks like he's 20. So I live by his supplements. I take all of them that I can afford. And if you don't, that's what I said I like about him too. Like my brother-in-law bought me some Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde stuff, and it's like caffeinated, crazy. Like I don't know, but it definitely it has a lot of what's it called? It makes you tingle, like it makes you feel like you're high. It's got a lot. But it's not anything other than a caffeinated beverage that gives you caffeine. And I don't like the sugar shake kind of thing, Phil, like where you start shaking because you got so much in there. Is it not Aladdin? What the hell is it? Hold on, I got a thing of it right here. So I used to take extra, and then I figured out that was what caused me to be all shaky. Beta-alanine. So that does cause, and that's by ProLabs, the one I have up here. Beta-alanine causes you to get that tingly feeling. So another problem with the beta-alanine is that if you drink it too fast, it'll give you the shits. So, yeah. So if you take a pre-workout, this is your PSA for the pre-workout. If you drink it too fast and you get the shits every time you take it, it's because you're drinking it too fast. You got to slow down and drink it slower. All right. Liberty, what were the first symptoms? My wife and I, my brother, and our kids all had common cold symptoms first. The younger you are, not the less severe the symptoms, but also the shorter in the duration of the illness. It's not seen this reported, but it's absolutely true. So the younger you are, not only are the symptoms less severe, but they're also shorter in duration.
All right.
I saw a news article of a healthy man with no underlying conditions in the early 40s died suddenly from the Rona. His wife says he wasn't laboring to breathe. His lungs just hurt. Okay, so my wife's friend, who she's been a long time friend with, was a nurse. She used to work for the school, and then she went to a higher paying job as a nurse. But she says that when you get it, you can have symptoms of it, but then they could go out of the room and an hour later come back. And because of the brown glass, that's what she called it, brown glass, and I have to do more research on it, but it makes your lungs fill up with fluid almost instantly. So that's why a lot of people have to go on the respirator or the breathing apparatus, because they don't have time to intubate you because it happens so fast that your lungs just fill up with fluid, and then you essentially drown if you don't have a breathing apparatus. What the hell are those things called? We were just talking breathing machine, whatever.
Ventilators.
So, ventilator, there we go. Also, blood type has a dramatic effect upon clotting problems. Roto girl, you want to be O positive. I am not O positive. Oh, that sucks. Beta alanine, yeah, that gives you the shakes and the shits if you drink it too fast. Yeah, I can show it to you if you know what I'm talking about, or damn it. Put up that netting. Beta alanine, ALANINE. So, and I keep it in the refrigerator, but I keep everything in the refrigerator because this is a shitty barn. But anyways, this is the stuff that gives you, it says endurance, recovery, and stamina. However, it will give you the shits and the shakes if you take a lot of it. So if your pre-workout or post-workout is filled full of it and you have those problems, that's what you have. What's the symptoms you're feeling? And Jim says he did a video on it. Well, she does a video on everything, explaining what and how to take products. And also, if you don't want to buy his, he tells you what to buy to make his products, because he doesn't have proprietary blend shit. So,
right.
Liberty, has your taste, sense, or smell changed?
Yeah, there's like some long-term shit that we've heard on that, but
yeah,
I mean,
like the blood clotting. I also heard before that some people become diabetic afterwards.
That's weird.
Well, it has DNA from the HIV virus, so that's why we know it's a man-made virus, right?
Okay.
It's definitely a bioweapon. I'm sticking by that. So yeah, if you want to freak somebody out, give them some Powerade with some beta alanine in it, and they'll get the shakes and the shits. Whenever I get angry, I go punch my punching bag. That's my release right there. You go.
I'm pretty sure I'm B negative, but it's been since like the 4th grade, so I don't know. I'm gonna have to go get that checked out.
I'd have to look at my dog tags again, because
well, at least you know from that, right? I don't even. Dude, 4th fucking grade, bro. Science class, I think it was, or some shit like
They
that.
blood typed you in science class? Holy shit.
Something. I know it was something to do with like that. Yeah.
Eastwind, I lose my sense of smell. He didn't notice for 2 days. Threw out steak and burgers thinking they were bad because it tastes terrible when you can't smell. Back weeks later. Huh. You think that China made it or the U.S. commissioned China to make it? Well, there's obviously some shady shit going on because the Chinese government was paying a scientist that was arrested for it in, what was it, Harvard?
I believe so.
We covered that a few musters back, but
right.
And a Chinese female lieutenant in the Chinese Communist Army or whatever was also a student that helped facilitate that. And there was another lady arrested too, I believe, that was a student, but I don't know what her actual involvement was. So that's back in one of the other chats. I'm sure there's links in the chat, so if you want to go check it out, that'd be a place to find out about that. But I have not heard anything new because they have snowballed all the cerveza bug stuff with the rioting and Jeff Bezos getting a crazy contraption put in his front lawn.
Yeah.
So, to me, that's like the modern day cross burning, don't you think?
No, I mean, we've been burning effigies and hanging effigies forever.
Yeah, but if somebody did that in your front yard, what would you do?
Well, I wouldn't like it. But at the same time, I'm not doing tyrannical shit. And I'm not trying to do other shit like that, right? So, I don't know. Well, you don't think King George appreciated that, do you? When we were hanging King George during the Revolutionary War. But even before we started the Revolutionary War, we were hanging effigies of that asshole.
Well, yeah,
that's what we do as a nation. We should bring back tar and feathering. That would be a lot worse. Believe me. I don't know. I think these people got it too good, to be honest.
I don't know. I feel like if somebody left something crazy shit in my yard, I'd probably have to hunt them down.
Yeah.
And return the favor. I mean, it's only fair.
At the same time, if you think somebody's going to come out after and kill you, I think leaving something in the yard is the least you can do to them.
I mean, that's kind of communicating a threat. That's like, leaving a bomb.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
yeah. Not all the protests leading up to the American Revolutionary War were peaceful either.
Well, they've been doing this too, like in the 60s and 70s, whenever they were doing the bombings, whenever the protesters were bombing shit too. So,
but at the same time, you had the National Guard shooting protesters back in the 60s too.
Liberty Nut license, 3.2 grams of beta-alanine per serving in split. No poops problems though. Yeah, yeah. Like I said, only reason I found this out was because I was putting extra in, and then I went and looked at the interwebs and found out. I watched Jim's stuff, and it says that could be the problem. It's mainly in the pre-workout, not this post-workout. Beta-alanine that's used in here is 2 grams in pre and the post, I think. But I'm looking at the post-workout right now. So it has 2 grams of beta-alanine, which is made by Carolson. It's a registered trademark of them. But, yep, 2 grams per serving. Oh, and this stuff right here, the post-workout, is fantabulous. It's called Arctic Blue Freeze. It tastes like a popsicle. Fantabulous. Fantabulous. There you go, Jim. Free promotion today. Every day.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it is what it is. I'll try that other stuff. I mean, this stuff here, you don't have any, you don't have to rotate it out like some supplements because it's all stuff your body needs. So,
Right.
Some things require you to rotate them out. Okay, just got a text message here about some goings on.
Make psychiatric institutions great again. Yeah.
They just
I don't
came
know,
out with
man.
make psychiatric. Yeah, no, that's not even good because you can take anybody there and just drop them off. The new Glock 17 Gen 3 9mm fucking suppressor. That's pretty badass. It's like an integral suppressor. Yo, I need one of these.
Yeah.
Hi guys, Private T here. This is the Fisher suppressor, a nice piece of our engineering. It's mounted direct to the frame, so you need no silencer sides and no threaded barrel. If you want, you can add a light as well. Let's test it out. Just for a round, supersonic, the last one, subsonic.
Oh, yes, I need that. Yes, Daddy like it. Send me one. Send me one.
Hope to get my suppressor soon. Although, I don't know, with all the shit I've been talking online, I might be on a list.
No, we're all on the list. If you talk about anything that's not.
Yeah.
Giving free plugs to. I didn't say anything about Macari. Come on now. That was offline, ma'am. So, Jim. Yeah, I'll just leave it alone. Jim's a great dude. That's all I can say.
Yeah.
Like, he's helped me out tremendously. So, he does reply to you. Now if you ask a question that 500 other fucking people have asked, then he doesn't usually reply. But if you ask a genuine question, he will reply to you. So I can't speak highly enough about the man. So why I support him. And yeah, great dude. He's helped me a lot. So
there you go.
Can you have suppressors in the? You can have anything you want to in Indiana if you pay the man. But yeah, you can have pretty much anything you want here. You can actually make your own firearms in most states. You can make
Rhode
your own,
Island just changed that.
Did they? Okay.
Yeah.
So see, I didn't know about that. But most states allow you to make your own firearm. You can even make a fully automatic firearm, which is easier to manufacture, but you still have to pay the tax stamp on it. So you can still have the automatic weapons. Most people don't know that. But when I went to gunsmithing school, they taught us all about that. You can manufacture it. You just can't put it together until you get your tax stamp. So if you apply for your tax stamp, say you want to buy a Uzi, MAC-10, a Galil, whatever you want to make, you can buy the stuff to make it, right? Of course, you have to have some equipment, which we won't go into because it's a long, drawn-out process. But you have to have some equipment, right? You can make fully automatic AKs, ARs, whatever you want to. But before you assemble it and make it fully automatic, you apply for the tax stamp. And then you can make whatever you want to.
Right.
So it's still legal to make it. You just have to have the tax stamp. Most people don't know that, and that's why most people don't have automatic weapons. So
most people don't want to pay, like, they don't want to make it themselves, right? So they want to buy it. And if you buy a fully automatic, that's like $30,000. Or, well, I guess the cheapest one you can get is probably around $15,000.
Well, when I was stationed out in Cali, they would have AK builder parties. Like, you could go to one dude's house, and everybody would build AKs, fully automatic AKs. You just had to have your stamp before it, you made it fully automatic.
Right.
Who is it? Navy Doc 203 or something on here. I'll have to look him up. He did a lot of videos on it back in the day on how to make your own stuff out of different things. And USMC Doc, that's his name. Search that real quick for me and put the link in there if you can, if Riddle Girl. But anyways,
I can do it.
he was a great dude. to show you how to do it. And because he's deployed a lot, he can make silencers and shit in third world countries because he's not in the U.S. So he did a lot of videos while I was deployed overseas in a third world country, showing how to make suppressors for some of the guys he was with. So there you go. We can only speculate on whether the release was intentional. So much death and destruction from it. True origin. Can only speculate. But I know that many states have chemical and biological weapons programs, including those two. Well, they had the bid system deployed, okay? We witnessed that here. The biological indication something system detection, biological indicator detection system. The next night when I went back to look at it, that was in some of the previous videos. So then one of the morning musters, we talked about that. So they do have it, and they did have it out. So they were checking to see if it was coming down the interstate through the air, and all kinds of other stuff. Of course, I found out they deployed a lot to check for radioactive waste coming through the area, possible nuclear threats on shipping containers. There's a lot of things that they check for, but when this all happened, kicked off, they had it there. Now it's gone. There's no doubt in my mind that cerveza is real. My biggest concern is related that we are taking away from the U.S. in response to it. We need more people who have recovered to talk about it. Yes, we definitely need to know, was it death from cerveza bug or other comorbidity issues labeled as COVID for the government money, which a lot of doctors came out and said, yes, that was the truth. Too much evidence points to numbers being fudged. About their experience, it also seems they have to sign a non-disclosure agreement. I did not hear
Believe
about
me, they're getting paid. They are getting paid.
RG, you're certainly right there. And to donate plasma to help others fight this. Unfortunately, I'm on a permanent ban for donations due to NBC exposures and possible
Cow disease, like mad cow disease.
Yeah, he was in the military too.
Oh.
Most nations have NBC development. Yeah, we have to. There's an island in New York that's uninhabitable because of all the testing we did in World War II. No one has ever suggested not for any of us to talk publicly. Yeah, I don't know. I've never heard of the NDA. So I don't know. I know what an NDA is, non-disclosure agreement, but that's usually something you have to submit. Well, in my case, you submit that. You have to have a business. Your attorney submit it to a business so that they don't take your stuff that you're having them, say, for example, laser cut or water jet. They don't take your design and use it somewhere else for their own profit. Stan, many decades back in World War II that I'm aware of, my exposures were in 1991 to mad cow disease or to the stuff in the military? Probably the military stuff. Long before that, smallpox and blankets to natives. Yeah, right. Well, it was even before that. Was it Attila the Hun? Or no, it was Vlad the Impaler used to send fucking bodies over the walls of fucking places. Infected bodies that had died from stuff and send them over.
We need to do that. Yeah, let's talk about biological warfare.
That's the original biological warfare.
So
yeah, it's
that's
been going
some
on.
Diabolical shit, bro.
Yeah. Fuck giving them blankets. What the whole body over the fucking thing.
Yeah.
I may be wrong with that, but I know they've done that. I don't remember if it was.
Yeah, no, they did it on like catapults or whatever, and they threw over plague-infected people.
I don't know if it was Vlad the Impaler, but I think it was that era.
Right.
So I may be wrong on the actual person. So did you find USMC doc there for me, sir?
Yeah, I put a link in the chat. I don't know if it's the right one, but I think it is. USMC Doc 14 is his channel name.
Probably.
It's got a lot of subscribers though, like 20-something thousand.
Yeah, if you want to find the information, okay, because I didn't told everybody that he had the videos, but he taken a lot of them down because of YouTube's policies. You can go over to pirate4x4.com and create an account over there, and you have access to all of his videos. So
He hasn't made a video though in 5 months, and the one before that was a year before. So I mean, like and the one before that was 4 years. I mean, so go ahead and subscribe to the guy, but don't expect him to show up in your feed for a while. Looks like he was really active 4 years ago, because a lot of his videos are 4 years ago, and then he took off.
Yeah, he's moved over to like I said, to pirate4x4.com, but and a lot of his videos are not there anymore. I downloaded them all. He told everybody to download them all because he was going to take some of them off just because of what was going on with YouTube and stuff. Right. He's still active duty, so yeah, he can't be involved in controversial shit without being reprimanded at work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get it.
International or not, it's still biowarfare of the most basic kind. Yeah. Yeah, back in the beginning of all the old Cerveza bug, I was doing videos just talking about the decontamination procedures and, all that stuff. Right. And then, if you go back and watch those, you'll see that it doesn't matter. There's an extensive amount of shit you have to do if you want to not get it. And then you can still get it because you have no way to decontaminate your groceries.
Or your mail, you can let it sit out there, but who does that?
I still do that.
I know you do that.
2 days in the sunlight.
But I'm telling you, man, not many people do that. I don't even do that. Fuck that, man. I've been waiting forever. As soon as I get those plates, I'm touching them. I'm rubbing them up against my body and shit. Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah.
I mean, I
might even sniff them.
Even during flu season, I do stuff like that. Just
you're a germaphobe. You're a germaphobe, though, dude. Like seriously. Yes, you are.
I've been in
every time I talk to you about the whole hand washing thing, you're like,
hey, shit particles in your mouth is disgusting, bro.
I'm not saying they're not. I'm just saying your reaction to it tells me you're a germaphobe big time.
I'm not really a germaphobe, but this whole me reiterating to people, it does make me highlight some of the things that I do. I no longer grab door handles from the top anymore. I always grab them from the bottom because if you look at door handles on stores or cases, like when you open up the freezer, everybody always touches the top. Pay attention, you'll see. So you limit some of the contact if you touch it from the bottom. Some people will say that you're just flossing your watch or whatever, but you limit your contact because everybody always grabs for the top of the door, right?
Yeah, I guess.
So, but anyways, like I said, I rehash.
I'm the one that's going to go for the top of the door because I believe in more. Get as many germs as you possibly can so you can build up your immunity.
Well, I promise you, I get plenty enough germs and all the cuts and shit in my legs and hands and stuff when I'm playing in the dirt every day. Digging this hole for that. Digging this hole for that.
You can never get too many germs, bro.
A guy that I helped put in a mailbox a couple years ago. Yeah. He got a cut and got dirt in it from the hole we dug, and he almost died from the bacteria.
Yeah, but he didn't.
Oh, he about did.
And now he's better for it. Whatever don't kill you makes you stronger, right?
Yeah. Mad cow in the late 80s in Germany, France, and Belgium. Positive M8 papers, M9 papers were in 91. Oh, shit. Long drives make some people sleepy. That describes you. Definitely taking a nap.
That definitely describes me.
Drink water. Believe it or not, drinking water actually helps you stay awake versus caffeinated beverages. I know that sounds counterintuitive, but it really does work. One, you have to piss more, but two, like water doesn't make you tired. I don't know. I can't explain it. I drove many years from Florida to North Carolina to fucking California, and I did a lot of driving back and forth to different bases and stuff. So picking up fucking deserters, people that were UA because they got drunk and got beat up and all kinds of shit. And I was always out running around picking up my junior Marines. So short people grab the bottom of the door. Yeah, that's true. But if you grab it from the very bottom, where I do, you're less likely. Hey, just pay attention. Don't make it freakishly weird.
Go lick it. Lick it.
Pay attention.
Kiss the doorknob. Come on now. Get some germs. Get dirty with it. Get down. Get down.
Eastwind Farm says diplomatic immunity has been revoked. What? River Girl, these men of this word are following after the father, the enemy of the brethren, and the father of lies. We know their aims and ways, but we have hope, and he hasn't forsaken us and never will.
Reaching.
Speaking of diplomatic immunity, I got some silver Krugerrands on the way. Awesome.
Ooh.
Did I say that right? Krugerrands?
Yeah, the second way you said it, Krugerrands.
The drive will keep me awake. Oh no, I'm horrible about that.
We just picked up a Kookaburra silver 1 ounce, which hasn't arrived yet, but should be arriving today.
Stan says he's nodding off. Get out the recliner, Stan. Do some jumping jacks. Stand up in the corner. Yeah, well, I don't know if I'm ready for the return, but seems like it might be headed this way.
With all the different things going on with famines, and we got locusts, and oh my goodness, if this ain't kind of biblical shit, I don't know what is. I might not know what is. I mean, this might be nothing compared to what it's going to be in the end of days, I guess. But it sure seems like a hell of a lot for me.
Something, I don't know.
Yep.
I have not got a sign from God yet. Oh, speaking of the health protocol rolling across the bottom, Jimmy John's, a sub sandwich place, no longer carries the sprouts because the place they were getting them from was infected with poop viruses. So
Really?
yeah, I don't know if they were watering it with human fecal matter or something, but
I love that. She always had the sprouts on her Jimmy John.
Yeah. Nice. I got a 3/4 ounce Perth mint kangaroo on the way too.
Ooh. Yeah,
3/4 ounce of gold.
But is it shiny?
1/4 ounce. You got gold, man. It's gold.
Yeah. I only got 6/10 of an ounce total.
I have you all beat because I have the world's smallest Nixon penny. Aha! You can't even see that bitch.
And getting smaller.
Let me see if I can actually light it up from the back so you can see it.
You're gonna need a magnifying glass to see tiny dick. Wow, that's definitely not good, dude. It's like
super small.
We trying to see the eclipse experiment here.
There it is. Oh, I just had it there somewhere. Oh, there you go. It's super small. It's about the size of a number 2 pencil eraser.
There you go. And getting smaller.
Yeah. Real girl, I know sister, me sometimes, but he would that no one would perish. Of course, he's so suffering for our sakes. There are ones still coming to him. For them, I'm thankful.
Well, there is a cutoff period, man, and when that cutoff period hits, you had your chance.
Yeah. Yeah.
A gram of gold is very small.
I don't have my wallet on me, but I have a gram of silver.
Yeah, I got 1 gram of silver. That was actually what started it all, was when my wife got me this 1 little gram of silver. I put it in a flip, but it's a little It's a little car. There it
El
is.
carro.
So that was the first silver that we bought. I have a little bit more than that now, but still not nearly as much as some people. So I've been thinking about doing a video on it, but at the same time, it's like, people would be like, "Oh, is that what you got?" Yeah, that's all I got.
You're not building rooms out of it like Scrooge McHDP.
I did. Yeah, I know, right? I did finally fill my first tube of Washington quarters. You can see that there's a few old ones in there that's kind of been a little dated.
Stinger, yes, preaching, laugh out loud, can't help it. A fire that won't shut up in my bones, brother. Pretty important to a bunch of his children still, even in these days. Yeah, I mean, like that's fellowship to me. I don't go to churches. I don't believe in the old.
You can't even go to church. That's what pissed me off. I would still go to a church if there was a church that had the balls to stand up and say, "No, we have the freedom of assembly and the freedom of religion. So fuck y'all." But no church did that as far as I'm aware.
All of them here are all hypocrites. So fellowship to me is just what we're doing right here. I listen to Wes S. He does a lot of preaching. And then Bear Independent, who he preaches a lot. I'm learning some different stuff over there. Like, gotta learn something new. So, in different ways that people teach it. So,
right.
We need to reignite for all. Anything we can do to hasten his coming. I don't think you can hasten his coming.
Yeah, you can vote for Biden.
Yeah, well, then we're all gonna. The SDA churches around here are still doing virtual services.
Screw them, man. They are bowing down to the government so bad. So done with them. All my life, growing up as an SDA, they were warning about how the government was going to come and shut down the true church, and we would have to then preach in the mountains and shit. And then the first chance, the government, was like, "Hey, you need to shut down." They're like, "Yes, sir. We'll shut right down. No problem." Like, really? Wow.
You're right. You're right, Sketchy Jeff. Okay, I'm still listening, nodding off. Catch y'all later. My YouTube should have. All right, looking forward to seeing that, Stan. I have hit the subscribe bell and clicked on all videos, so hopefully I'll get a notification. So yeah. Good luck. Be safe. Godspeed, brother. And you're too far away if you're getting some shit, so hopefully your buddies will be there.
Right.
I don't think they would let me across the border with the kind of shit I carried in my car, so they'd have a fucking field day.
Yeah.
I grew up with Jimmy John Letard. His first shop was in my hometown. My family wrote some of his early promo stuff. He tried to get me to join with him a few times. Now
tell him to put more meat on his sandwiches, man. It's pissing me off.
He sold now. He sold it to Arby's.
Really?
Yeah.
I like Arby's better.
Yep. So, but they had a lot of problem with the places they were getting their ingredients because it had it was something to do with fecal matter, man. That and the cucumbers. So I don't know if they were using human waste to fertilize the plants or what, because I know sprouts are grown. I have to do a video on it, but you grow sprouts in trays. It's a pretty lucrative business. And they grow really quickly.
Well, I mean, how many times have we seen those human composting toilets? I mean, so obviously there's a thing with that.
You're right, but you have to let it ferment for a long enough time to kill the bacteria. Some places you have to bake it. It has to go through a process before it works. I have been doing some research on that recently. I found out that you can put catfish in your septic tank, and you won't have to have it the sludge pumped out as often, because they eat most of their bottom feeders, so they eat most of the poop and stuff. Toilet paper, any kind of ass wipes you throw in there, one in Tampa didn't close, Stinger, but I don't think they put it that way. Laugh out loud. The Jimmy Johns or the church?
Oh yeah, probably the church. One in Tampa. Huh. Yeah, I doubt they put it that way. But still, I mean, if it's in Tampa, Florida. Okay, Tampa, Florida. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know, man. There was a couple that seemed like they were doing that, but I think they bowed down. I don't know. I could be wrong.
All right, well, it's so late in the evening that morning muster has turned into the wife is calling for dinner. So I would like to thank everybody for showing up. I'm sorry it was so late. Maybe we'll do them later in the day if everybody likes that better. I don't know. So as always, I'm Irish USMC Vet. That's Poison Stinger.
Yeah, Liberty Not Licensed right there, man. That's exactly. Fucking talking's easy. It's walking. It's the hard part. Sorry, go ahead. I just wanted to.
Yeah, that's the problem with me. Like everybody says that, oh, you can't be godly because you curse, and I'm like, show me in the Bible where it says any of these words other than taking God's name in vain is a curse word.
It's just a word.
So show me. If you can prove me wrong, I'll quit saying that word. But if not, I'm not. So in my books, it all says don't take the Lord's name in vain. So a curse word is not taking the Lord's name in vain to me. He sold 51% for $999 million to a venture capital group. I thought it was Arby's, but or the people that own Arby's. But all right, anyways, wife's gonna tell me if I don't come in.
Yeah.
Thumbs up, thumbs down, bitches, moans, complaints, leave them in the comment section below. I'm Irish USMC Vet. Peace. Have a great day. Godspeed. Simplify. Check out the links below. And good morning, Walter Davis. We're checking out, buddy. Have a great day.
Yeah.
Later.
Peace.